Hey miners, Mining King here. Today we're going to be looking at the EVGA RTX 3060 Ti today. That is a version 2 light hash rate card. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, today we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be looking at the RTX 3060 Ti XC, and this is a light hash rate card version 2. Now, I'd like to say thank you to all the new subscribers. We're about to hit 200, so super appreciative of everybody subscribing to the channel. I'm also in the process of setting up a Discord channel, and I've got some channels going here. As you can see, GPU mining. I got ASIC mining, which I don't really do that, but maybe there's some people that want to talk about it. So there'll be a link down below for the Mining King Discord channel. So I'm going to try to get this set up so that we can all talk to each other and, bounce ideas off everybody. So, and try to make a really nice mining community. So let's get into the hash rates here. So I will also have a link to this Google Docs spreadsheet in the link down below. So you guys can check out this. I also have the 3070 here, which is all on Ethereum, and I did some Ravencoin. This is some of my earlier testing I did before I started doing other coins. Here's 1660 Super. So there's a bunch of different cards in there. I also have another sheet in there for AMD. So if you guys want to check out the AMD ones. So anyway, so let's get right into Ethereum here. So our out of the box settings right now, if you just like plugged it in, didn't do anything, you're going to get about 37.72 mega hash at 200 watts, which is really terrible efficiency. And as we kind of skim down here, this was the best I could do. Now, keep in mind too, though, that the LHR unlocker, it's not like guaranteed, and this is like, I would get this like out of every 2 out of 5 attempts, I would get this right here. So it was more around like 42 mega hash I would get, but you do get this sometimes. So that's the best one I got, and that was with the core lock at 1400 megahertz and 2500 memory. So, and I was using NB miner, and at this time I was mining to Hivon pool. So this is the best you guys get for Ethereum right now on the LHR version 2s. Now, I mined a bunch of different coins, as well as I added some dual mining here. So the next coin that we're going to be talking about is a very new coin. It could, it's looking really good. They got a lot of interesting things on there. Who knows? Maybe it might replace Ethereum. So these are the out of the box settings right here, and this is for a lithium. And so we're getting 1.199 gigahashes at 210 watts. And we're using BZ miner, and we're using Wooly Pulley as the pool. Now, I also have some notes here on the side if you guys want to read those. Some of them are just about the memory, what kind of, is it core or memory dependent, or some other issues I may have ran into. So you guys could look at the notes over there. So some of them are pretty important. So that's our out of the box. Now our best as far as most efficient, right, would be down right here, which is at 825.6 mega hash at 85 watts with a core lock of just 1300 megahertz. So I noticed with this particular algorithm, which is why you're able to dual mine it, which I'll get into in a second, that'll be later in the video. So this is going to be our most efficient here, and whenever I added memory to it, it either actually made the performance worse. So just using your core lock on your GPUs works really well for me. So next we're going to get into Flux. So Flux, we have our out of the box settings, and we're getting about 50 solutions, 50 souls at 210. And that's no overclocks, and we're using Mini Z miner, and we're mining to minerpool.org. So the best one I found, which is, let's go back over here. So it looks like the best one I had was this one right here. So it's looking like to me like the 1400 megahertz core lock is most of the time the pretty sweet spot. Either 13 or 1400 is going to be the sweet spot for the 3060 Ti so far for most algorithms. So we're getting 41.64 solutions at 130 watts, and we're having about 32% efficiency. Our next coin is going to be Ravencoin, and these are out-of-the-box settings, no overclocks. We're using T-Rex miner, and we're mining to 2 miners. So now Ravencoin is a little bit different. It does need a little bit of memory here. So there's some algorithms I spent quite a bit of time playing with the memories. Other ones, if it doesn't look like I played with it that much, like there's not many of the overclocks in here, it's because I tried them and there was no difference. So I didn't report them. If there's no difference in the hash rate, I just wouldn't put it down. I just, it takes a long time to build these charts. So it looks like our best one, which Ravencoin is a pretty power-hungry algorithm, so you're definitely going to lose efficiency here. So our best one was right here at 16.02%. We're getting about 26.44 mega hash at 165 watts. Now you could bump it up if you don't care about the 7% loss. Because look, you're dropping down to 15.95, and then you'd be at 27.92. At again more wattage, though, you'll be at 175 watts. If you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. As well as all of this wattage here is not software based. I have a custom meter box that my buddy built me. So I'm using the actual meter box wattage, and this is the wattage subtracted from my actual test bench. So my test bench is 40 watts, so it would be like 215 when this was pulling. So just keep in mind that this is all wattage from the wall, not in the software. So the next one, now this particular algorithm, I'm not sure, what kind of problems that I was having. I'm thinking that maybe that the LHR also applies to VertHash, maybe, because according to what to mine, this one particular algorithm says I should be getting, and these are at kilohashes, so that's less than a mega hash, right? So it says I should be getting like 1.12 mega hash, which I couldn't even get even half of that. I tried all different kinds of overclocks. I tried core locks. I tried nothing. I did everything I could. So I think the version 2 Lite hash rate card, it has similarities as, VertHash, maybe similar to ETHash. So it might be a lock on there, possibly. So this is the out of box for me particularly, as I got 374.9 kilohashes at 140 watts, and that's out of the box using their VertHash miner, and I'm mining to a Hashrates pool. So this is what I got out of the box. The best I could get is right here as far as efficiency was 438.4 kilohashes at 90 watts. That was 487% efficiency at 1250 that was a 1250 megahertz core lock at 1800 megahertz memory. And you're wondering, well, why didn't I just do? Because see, look, I did these two different ones here, and as you can see, the efficiency got a little better as I made the memory go down. So I also, now to keep in mind too, this RTX 3060 Ti also uses Hynix, so I did try negative overclocks like you would for 1660 supers, and I did not see any change whatsoever as well. So I'm not sure if the VertHash is similar and the lock is still applying. If you guys know how to get to 1.12 mega hashes in VertHash, let me know what your overclocks are so I could give them a try. Our next coin is going to be Eternity. And these are the out-of-the-box settings here. I was getting 9.22 hashes at 210 watts. So it looks like the most efficient one is right here at 8.29 hashes at 120 watts, and it was just 1100 megahertz core lock. And it was weird because the more core I added to Eternity, and I made a little note here, is the lower the core seems to be working better. Increasing anything just made it worse. So not really sure why that is. Um, yeah, this one has me confused a little bit. So, so Eternity and Vert Hash were kind of my problem child for this particular card. Maybe it's due to the lock, so I'm not sure. Now let's get on to Ergo. So Ergo out of the box is 62.29 mega hashes at 210 watts, and we're getting about 32.15% efficiency. We're using T-Rex miner, and we're mining to 2 miners. So one thing I did know, there was lots of voltage fluctuation on the stock settings. That could be LHR maybe doing its thing. But so the best one I found, so this was unstable, 1300 core lock, 2500 memory. It just kept shutting the miner down. So this is the best that I could get, was 135.5 mega hashes at 120 watts. And that gives you 112% efficiency. So that's pretty good because I believe that 2 miners has it at 190 watts. So I got it 70 watts less than what they reported. So that's huge. Okay, now let's get into another new favorite. Now this particular algorithm, so some of these algorithms I'm really new to, so I'm still learning, how to work the miners and things like that. So TON. So TON's pretty popular because it's been the profitability's been going up and down. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's even more profitable than Ethereum. There's only like 2 pools to mine to, so, and you have to use Telegram. So it's a little bit of a challenge to mine this. Now, I tried one pool one day and it worked just fine, but the next day there was problems. So I don't know, maybe if there were server problems, but all these first like 5 rows here was when I was mining to Whales Knot, which is a pool for TON, and it was just all over the place for the hash rate. It was unstable. My voltages kept dropping up and down. So I'm mining the TON pool. So TON is a very core dependent. It is the SHA-256 TON algorithm. So it's a little bit different than Bitcoin. But so as you can see here, it's very core lock dependent. And I said Whales Knot's working here. Mine keeps disconnecting and reconnecting after 10 to 15 minutes. So, the most efficient for me here was 1.6 gigahash or 1600 mega hashes at 1350 megahertz on the core lock. So, and that gives you 1,839% efficiency here. Everybody wants to know, we're starting to get into, dual mining. A lot of people are dual mining ETH and TON, dual mining ETH and Alephium. I kind of want to see, because Flux is very core dependent. I tried, and this is all in Hive too, so keep that in mind. I also tried to see if there was a miner that would be able to utilize Flux, like a Flux and ETH, or thinking down the road, like what about if you mined Ethereum Classic and you mine Flux at the same time? Because Flux is also extremely core dependent. So that would be interesting if one of the miners added a Flux dual mine thing. That'd be cool. I don't know if that's possible or not. So anyways, let's get into the dual mining here. I didn't do a bunch of different overclocks and underclocks. So keep this in mind here. When you are mining TON, every time you want to make a change to your overclocks, as far as I found, was you need to stop the miner, change the overclocks, and then restart the miner, because if you don't, you're going to have really bad instability. And that's just what I've heard, and it's also what's happened to me. So I don't know if it's in the mining software and the dual in the dual miner itself, if that's just the issue, because it's managing two algorithms at the same time. You throw different numbers in and it just can't take it. So this is ETH and TON. I got 44 mega hashes on ETH and 1.1 giga hashes on TON at 175 watts from the wall. And so let's go to our efficiencies here. I have both efficiencies. This is the efficiency for ETH. My overclocks, what I did is I took the best efficient TON core lock and my best known overclock pretty much for Ethereum, and I just gave it a whirl. And I tried a couple other ones and they weren't even close. So this is what I got on TON. I'm using the LOL miner, and here I'm actually going to add this LOL miner 1.43. Make sure you use that version and don't just click latest. Make sure you use the 1.43. And then I was mining to 2 miners for ETH, and I was mining to TON pool. So this is something else to keep in mind, this note over here. So when you are dual mining, you will see your voltages drop and go back up. Like it would drop off from like 215, right, from a whole test bench, and drop all the way down to like 90, because it's testing the unlocking of the LHR. So you could, but the miner itself won't stop. It'll still say that the miner is up, but just keep in mind that the voltages will be quite irregular. I would say for at least 10 to 15 minutes, the LHR on the dual miner seems to take pretty significant amount of time. So let's go back over to, now this is ETH and Alethium. Now on this particular one, I could not, so the miner I used was T-Rex miner. And what happened is I tried no intensity, and the hash rate was even worse than this. But there's no way, the lowest amount of number you can add for intensity is 43% or 43. So I just put it at 50-50. I just made it 50, so they're both getting half. So I'm new to the dual mining, so I did the best I could. I tried a lot of different settings. I tried like 74%. I tried to get it to do 74% on ETH and 26% on Alethium, but it wouldn't work that way. I couldn't get it to do that. So so this is ETH and Alethium. I'm at 30.04 mega hashes on ETH, 432 mega hashes on Alethium at 100 watts, and that's from the wall. That's 30% on ETH, 400% on Alethium. I was at 1300 core lock, 2500 memory, and once again I was using T-Rex miner. My pools were 2 miners and hero miners for Alethium. I did try, let me put a note, I tried BZ miner, but it wouldn't boot. So anyways, guys, if you guys want access to this these Google Doc sheets, I will leave a link down below. I also have these are just hash rates for NVIDIA GPUs. I will be doing more videos on getting more coins on these current ones, as well as I do have another sheet with AMD GPUs, which I'll be adding like the RX 570s and my other AMD cards I have, and I will also be doing dual mining on those as well. I think dual mining is going to be what saves us as miners, because if we could mine something with our memory and then mine something else with our core, it's going to significantly increase our profitability. Even if things aren't profitable, at least you'll get more yield, so that way you can hold more coins for the future. I think this dual mining is really, really useful right now. So I will be doing more content on dual mining.
All right, guys, that's it for today's video. My next, I got some more videos coming up. I'm gonna do how to mine TON, how to mine Alethium. I will do videos on how to mine, how to dual mine. I got lots of mining farm upgrades coming up. Like, I got a grow tent coming, my PDU. I'm moving all my rigs out to my garage. So stay tuned for all that. As well as I am just now starting a Discord server. It's a little clunky right now, but you guys can still come in there. I'm actively working on it, so you guys can come in there, you know, and we could bounce ideas off each other. If you got troubleshooting questions, just shoot a message down there. There will be a link down below for the Discord server. So anyways, guys, this is the Mining King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.